Politics over the pollution in Delhi and NCR. This after the BJP Delhi chief, Virendra Sachdeva, he was hospitalized after taking a dip in the toxic Yamuna river. Now the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, they are facing off over the toxic foam in the Yamuna. Basuri Swaraj of the BJP, she says that she in fact asked the question to Aam Aadmi Party, saying that what will happen to the people during the Chhath Puja, and says that if BJP comes to power, she shall form a Yamuna cleaning panel. Aam Aadmi Party in the meanwhile says that the BJP is indulging in meaningless antics. The Congress says that Yamuna dip has exposed the failure of Aam Aadmi Party as well as the BJP government, and says that keeping Yamuna clean should be a regular activity. Here's a report.
As air quality spikes further, politics in Delhi sinks lower. Breathing this air is equivalent to smoking 12-14 cigarettes a day. With air turning deadly and waters filthy, politics in the pole-bound capital has become even more toxic. This is the Delhi BJP chief in the hospital. 48 hours after he took a dip in the Yamuna, the capital's lifeline, now submerged in toxic froth. These are the deadly Yamuna Ghats, where lakhs of devotees are expected to gather to take the holy Chhath dip days after Diwali. But Delhi's netas have reduced the killer pollution, a medical emergency, into a mere political plank ahead of assembly elections next year.
Tests are being conducted, and clearly it shows that the water in Yamuna Ji is in such a disastrous state that clearly it raised such health concerns for the state president Shri Virendra Sachdeva ji. कि आप भी जानते हैं कि छठ का महापर्व आ रहा है, लेकिन ऐसा लगता है कि भाजपाइयों की एक डुबकी से आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार डूबने लगी है, डोलने लगी है. The BJP government, when it gets sworn in after the March 2025 elections, we have sworn that we are going to constitute a Yamuna Cleanliness Tribunal to ensure that finally Yamuna Ji is rid of all the pollutants.
यमुना को साफ करने के लिए केजरीवाल जी को दोनों जेल में तो नहीं डाला था. पूरी सरकार को एक साल से भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने ठप किया. रिमोट कंट्रोल से भाजपा सरकार चला रही थी. सारा पावर एलजी साहब को दिया इन्होंने, मुख्यमंत्री को जेल में डाल दिया. ये नौटंकी नहीं तो और क्या है? काम करने नहीं देते हो और उसके बाद जाकर के आप नौटंकी करते हो. विरोध करने के भी बहुत सारे तरीके हैं. नौटंकियों से केवल विरोध नहीं होता.
Back in 2015, ex-Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal made a grand promise to revive the Yamuna within 5 years. Fast forward to 2021 status quo, as Kejriwal unveils a 6-point action plan to clean up the river by 2025. But with less than 5 months before his February 2025 deadline, the Yamuna remains as toxic. Over 3.5 billion litres of untreated sewage flow into the Yamuna each day. Despite Delhi's 35 sewage treatment plants, a staggering 75% lack basic disinfection, allowing harmful bacteria and pollutants to poison the river. Now, with the Delhi Assembly elections approaching in February 2025, Yamuna pollution has yet again become a political tool. While BJP accuses Kejriwal of failing his promises, it's Delhi's people and aquatic life that continue to suffer. The real question is, will the Yamuna River be cleaned? Where have the taxpayers' thousands of crores allocated for its cleanup gone? The Chhath Puja approaching, when will Delhi's residents get answers? How long will toxic waters continue to threaten the health of the people? This is Anushka and Shreya for NDTV Delhi.
And my colleague Shreya Ghosh joins us to get us more on this story. Shreya, there is a war of words happening at the moment. Do you feel that BJP is looking forward to making this an election issue now?
Right ahead of the state assembly elections, Osama, this Yamuna cleanup has become a political tool and a recurring topic. But let me give you the ground reality of what is happening in the neighboring state, Noida, because we have seen that in the national
national capital, the air has improved slightly, but in Noida, the air quality index has plummeted to 326. I am in sector 62 right now, and you can see this entire area has been enveloped in a thick layer of smog. There is reduced visibility here, and the Environment Minister himself has said that there should be a ban in generators because we have seen, we were literally taking a walk and we saw these buildings having generators and toxic fumes being released from those generators, and of course smoke emitting old vehicles should be restricted, and dust generating activities should be avoided, and more dust mitigation measures should be undertaken. That's what the Environment Minister has suggested. And of course we know that in the national capital, the 13 hotspots of pollution it continues to face very bad air quality, which is quite hazardous for people's health. And right ahead of Diwali, we have seen that the air quality has sort of improved, but experts warn that after Diwali, with cooler temperature and lower wind speed, the pollution levels will again spike up, and therefore the citizens have been urged to sort of encourage using private cars instead of use public transport instead of private cars, and to use less of dust generating activities, so that it's a collective responsibility to take care of the environment around us. But of course we have seen time and again that very less crisis. Recently, we have seen that over 3,000 farm fires have been reported, and the centre is closely monitoring the stubble burning cases in Punjab and Haryana, and more public awareness cases have been encouraged. But then again, the main source of pollution is not only the stubble burning, which is actually quite less in its proportion, but it is mostly the vehicular emission and the dust being produced from these construction sites that contributes to the air pollution situation in the national capital. Over to you.
Right, here, speaking specifically about the Yamuna River and how it has now become a political tool for all the parties. The Aam Aadmi Party, it had promised to clean up the Yamuna River in 2015. That didn't happen. Now the BJP says that they are going to come in and clean the Yamuna River. They are going to form a panel. So this is also one of the biggest contentious issues as far as Delhi politics is concerned. Irrespective of whether the Yamuna is getting cleaned or not, this topic is going to stay as long as the elections approach us.
Absolutely. This has been going on for decades now. Yamuna cleanup has been a recurring topic and a political tool, and the political parties use the Yamuna cleanup as a tool right before the elections, but there is no clear accountability or ownership taken by any of the parties. Of course, we have seen Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, former Chief Minister of Delhi, making tall claims that by the year 2025, the Yamuna will be cleaned up and people will be able to carry out picnics around the banks of Yamuna River, and they can take a dip in the Yamuna River. But of course, there has been no solution inside. The Yamuna is as hazardous as possible, and the experts say that it is the greatest proof of poor environmental governance in the national capital. And of course, Virendra Sachdeva, the BJP chief, has taken the opportunity and he has taken a dip in the hazardous Yamuna River. And now he has been hospitalized, of course, to show that how toxic the water of Yamuna is. And in November, we know that people will be, the women will be taking a dip in the Yamuna River to celebrate Chhath Puja. So how hazardous it is going to be for the women of the national capital, and no alternatives have been suggested where people can sort of celebrate Chhath Puja. So it has been a recurring topic and a political tool, but no clear ownership or accountability has been seen. And of course, BJP is continuously making promises that if it comes in power in the the national capital, then they will surely take concrete actions in cleaning up the Yamuna. But the main issue is the lack of effective sewage treatment plants across the national capital, because of which this untreated wastewater is flowing into the Yamuna and causing the pollution. Over to you.
All right, Shreya Ghosh, thank you very much for putting all that into perspective and giving us all the details in that story. Meanwhile, the Delhi BJP chief, Virendra Sachdeva, he was, as Shreya was mentioning, he was hospitalized after taking a dip in the Yamuna river. He in fact said that the dip in the Yamuna, it proves Aam Aadmi Party government's negligence, and that he will also visit the Delhi chief minister in order to demand cleaning of the Yamuna river. Let's listen into what he had to say.
दिल्ली के मंत्री गोपाल राय जी ने मेरे स्वास्थ्य की कामना की है। मैं उनका धन्यवाद देता हूं, लेकिन मैं उनसे कहना चाहता हूं कि मेरे लिए मेरे स्वास्थ्य से ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है यमुना जी की सफाई। और आज जब छठ पर्व सर पर है और जो माताएं बहनें भगवान सूर्यदेव की आराधना करने जाएंगी, अर्घ्य देने जाएंगी, लेकिन हमारी एक डुबकी ने बता दिया कि आपकी सरकार ने भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त रहकर किस तरह से मां यमुना को गंदा किया है।